Great to have you, Jack. You're a bit of a media celebrity because I saw you on the news the other night when they're rolling off the turf. And now your partner's in the paper this morning there, the Caulfield Cup campaign. Have you got some kind of media company behind you just promoting you at the moment? Because you're everywhere, including here.
Not at all. This is what you do when you don't make finals. You just try and stay relevant at this time of year. And funnily enough, it's all starting to happen this week. So, yeah, there's a bit too much of me time at the moment. So we'll calm that down for you guys.
Well, we've calmed it right down by bringing you back to our level at a salt breakfast. But thanks for joining us. You've had a terrific season, and you actually won the Hawks B&F. Was there something different about this year that you did to just increase your form to such a level?
Oh, I guess, yeah, as all the other guys will attest to, there was a lot that was different about this year. And it was probably, I guess, as a team and as an individual, the best players and teams will be able to embrace it and embrace the quirks and go along with the punches. And there's obviously 4 teams playing this weekend that have been able to do it the best. And I guess on an individual level for myself, it was all about rolling with the punches. And I probably took the attitude going into the hub when we first went to, I think we started in Sydney, was just embrace it and see where the year takes us. It's going to be different. It's going to be weird. And as a leader of the footy club, I need to be one of the players setting the example to, I guess, the rest of the playing group that we don't want to mope around. We don't want to sook up. There's going to be different things, and we need to be grateful for at least being able to continue the season. And in a way, we still had a job. There was a lot of people out there that didn't have jobs. So I guess that was probably a personal view that I took for the season and tried to instill that along the rest of the players.
Yeah, I heard from somebody else at Hawthorn that you were the star of the hub. So it sounds like your attitude was very, very positive. Probably it translated into your performance as well. We've been talking a little bit, earlier today about the difficulties of being in lockdown. Did you see any players or did you feel as though the mental health of players did suffer while being in lockdown, or how did it have an effect on the whole community that were in that lockdown?
Yeah, absolutely. Like some people, you might see, I guess, players in a hub and they're still playing footy, so everything's going well. But everyone goes through different things. Everyone's different. Every individual has their own issues. And I guess I touched on being a leader of the footy club, and it was one of the key points on a Monday when we'd come in post-game to see how players are going and talk about how players are going. And we wanted to keep at least the hierarchy of the Hawthorn Footy Club aware that mental health was a big thing throughout this hub, and we needed to stay on top of it. And there was guys that obviously were going to have challenges being away from home, being away from their partners, being away from routine, not playing good footy, I guess, over there, and then being stuck in the hub, seeing your coach every day. It's never easy. So it was a big focus, I guess, for us, and making sure that we had players that were happy and enjoying their time, I guess, away from home and embracing the challenges that were set upon us.
Right. Jack, speaking of mental health, I think it was last year, we did a session out at East Ringwood Footy Club with the under-19 group, and you came out to join me with a few other players. And at the very beginning, I asked you to talk to the group about how you yourself had coped with mental health, and I thought you spoke tremendously well. You'd been through a form slump, and then I don't know if you recall, but you talked about how you got through that form slump. Can you just share that again, maybe briefly, with this group?
Yeah, I'll just touch on it quickly. It was probably the first time I'd been through a form slump, and I think that was back in 2017. I guess I'd been pretty fortunate that I'd gone through my Hawthorn career and everything's gone pretty well up until then, played in a few grand finals, and I guess got to that point where there was a lot of external noise on myself and a couple of the other players, and it was the first time that, the social media had blown up and people were riding you pretty hard, and it took probably, I guess, most of the years to finally realise that it was time that I probably opened up. I'm the person that I like to think, and I keep stuff close to my chest. So it was a great opportunity for me to speak to people and reach out to people, and not probably rely on myself to get through every issue that's going to, I guess, get in my way throughout my lifetime. And it was a really great moment, I guess, looking back on it, to bring people into my life, for them to help me, for them to, I guess, be a sounding board for me and give me pointers along the way. I think the best probably tip that I've got along the way is just a quick one for people. It's when my alarm goes off of a morning, whether 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., it pops up and says, what am I thankful and grateful for? And look, it might seem a bit weird, but I'll get up, turn off the alarm, and I'll see that note on my phone. And could be the fact that I'm getting up out of my bed and having a hot shower, or it could be the fact I'm going to go to breakfast this morning. It could be the fact that I can get up and turn on a TV. It could be the smallest things, could be the biggest things. But for me, that really kickstart the day and gets me in a real positive mindset. And you can forget about all the other stuff that's going on in your life. And it's such an easy trick to do, but it gets me in a great mindset to attack the day.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. We know in our post-traumatic growth course that we're doing that gratitude is one of those 5 factors of people who recover strongly. And Jack had to go on that night after he spoke at East Ringwood, but what he didn't see happen was that at the end of that particular night, this is a group of under 19 young men, so you know what they're like. And afterwards I was packing up and I thought everybody had left because the room was silent. And I looked up and realised that all of the young men who'd been in the session were still there, and they were walking around the room in silence, just hugging each other. 18-year-old boys were hugging each other silently and just savouring the moment of not having to talk, but just expressing that they'd been through something really special together. And you were a part of that, Jack, such as the influence of people like yourself. So I just want to thank you for your support of Salt, congratulate you on your season, and wish you the best. So thank you. And back to you.